Hello Internet, my name is CP127 and welcome back to Minecraft Infdev. Here we are again, blah blah blah, you've heard it all before. So, today we are going to be finishing the observation tower. Pretty simple stuff, yeah. So, let's get on with it. So, yeah. But first, actually, first things first, we have to do something very important. Because I'm not gonna miss this. I'm making sure I won't. Hold on, there's something. Is that just me? Sorry, I thought I heard something following. Anyway, it's a bit dark. You know, it's the middle of the night. The moon. Oh, oh my. Oh, it's oh, he's gone. He's still alive. What the hell? How is he still alive? My man's still alive. I'm going in. I'm a lousy shot. Okay, good to know. Okay, he's dead. Did he drop any gunpowder? He did not. Honestly, such a waste of time. Oh no, he did drop gunpowder. I can't see very well, but that looks like a bunch of iron. Hang on. See, this is one of the reasons why I've started the hole. I knew it would bring... I had a feeling it would sort of bring me to lots of ores and stuff. So, yeah. It's also kind of interesting, I think. Like, side note. I was just thinking, I've just thought about it. TNT, like, falls like it does today, but sand and gravel don't. They just instantaneously go to the bottom of whatever block they're on. Which is interesting, to say the least. Yeah. Hang on, I've got to, like, get all of this. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay, so. Now, it's time for the hole. Or, actually no, I'll do it later when it's daytime. Because I can barely see it. And now I'm gonna end up dying. So, yeah, today we are going to be finishing off the observation tower. Pretty simple stuff, yeah, gonna be a bit of a simple episode, really. 20 iron in the furnace, there you go. So, yeah, let's get up here now and just do it. Right. Ooh, trees. I planted some saplings. That's another thing to mention. Saplings do not grow into big trees anymore, so as you can see, this makes life a lot easier. Because, yeah, this will make life a lot easier. Also, in literally the very next version, like which is like a few days after this one, leaf decay is sort of back in the game for a short while, so when that happens, life will be a bit easier again, because all of the leaves from the trees I've been chopping down, they'll finally be decaying, which is just gonna make everything it's one of those things, you know, it just makes life a lot easier. Okay, so first things first, we gotta finish the top layer here. Okay, so this is sort of our starting point, and it's also the point where if we fall off, we die. So I'm gonna build out one, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, 3 blocks like that on all sides. 1, 2, 3. And now on this side, 1, 2, 3. And finally, 1, 2, 3. There you go. We are above the clouds. I mean, already it's quite a nice view in my opinion. Yeah, even if the clouds are here, you know, I think it's a good view. But even then, if you don't like the clouds, well, too bad. You can't turn the clouds off yet. So next up, all we have to do is just fill everything in. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. Again, it's really, really simple. We just got to place wooden planks all around the platform to build it out so that there's space for people to actually observe the world, you know. I mean, what's the point of it being called an observation tower if you can't look at anything? And so now we have a plus shape. So what I will do now is just add little extra bits of wood on the in between each of the bit of the platform podium things, so that way it's all connected, and there we have a big platform. Now, next up I would be adding glass, but before we do that I'm going to go back down the stairs. One, to go and do the hole drop for the episode, this episode's hole drop, and also because look, I'm going to place glass as I go along, which isn't as easy as it looks, because again, like, this is, again, you can't crouch, so you can't cling on to the ladders, so you have to do it just as you're going up and down, which is very difficult. I mean, it was even more of a pain to dig out these little holes in the walls of the tower to begin with, because I didn't... Yeah, see, look, that happens a lot. And now I've got to try and... There, see? I think my point is made, yeah. And there. Right, now let's go down to the hole, which is down... Ooh, pigs! Lots of pigs. I need food. Oh my god, I need food right now. Like, I'm actually running out of pork chops, as you may or may not have seen. So, this is actually very helpful. What's less helpful is my sword breaking on me, like that. Okay, so here we are back at the hole, now that it's daytime. Here we go. And I'm making sure to place it here so that it's got no chance of landing on here, but just to make sure, we'll do that. So now it we are not going to have a repeat of, like, what was it, episode 8? There we go. Let's just... There. Alright, so there we go. That is this episode's hole drop done. Also, can you believe it? We have now got 10 episodes in this series. So, as of the next episode, I have actually done more episodes in about 11 weeks than I did in over a year with Minecraft Infdev. And again, if it wasn't obvious, that series is not coming back, because apart from anything else, this is kind of meant to be a continuation of that series, but like in a new world. So again, if that wasn't obvious, just want to make that clear for all. Anyway, let's just finish smelting these before we go back up. And I'm also going to craft a single ladder, because if you may have noticed, there was a ladder that needed to be sort of added in there. at the top. But anyway, there we go. That is a bunch more cooked pork chops and stuff. You'll love to see it. So now that we've done all of that, and I forget what I actually said I was going to do 10 seconds ago. Alright. So now that we've placed all the glass on the inside, and we've placed glass on the inside, we've built out a platform at the top of the tower, and the ladders are going all the way to the top. The next thing we have to do is, well, build like walls and stuff to stop, like, mobs. Well, one, to stop mobs from spawning, I guess, but also as well because I need to... Hang on. There we go. But also as well because we need to, like, make sure that when people come up here to observe the world as it's progressing, we can't have people falling off. That's just not good. So, obviously, we gotta build some stuff here. You know, so we're gonna build... This will be 3 blocks tall, and then we have the roof on top, and that way it goes right to the build limit. This is literally as high as you can get it in this version of Minecraft. Because of course this is a much older version of the game. You know, building, I mean, the famous 256 block height limit that most of us were used to before 1.18 was installed. That happened in like 1.2, which is like 2012, 2013-ish. So that's still a long way away. As you can see, I'm placing. It should be easy to place, but it's not because, well, there's nowhere to place. That's the build limit. This is the top. This is the very top of the mountain. So, here we go. And we just got to fill in the roof now, and then we have successfully finished the observation tower. The only other thing I would maybe need to do is put some torches... Oh dear, what the hell? So the only other thing I need to do is put some torches in at some point to just improve it and stuff. You know, as one does. Just need to put some torches in to keep it all light. But other than that, though, we are basically done, and we couldn't have timed that better because it's getting dark. Admittedly, you can't actually see much of the... You can barely see any of the actual base. You can see a bit if you're jumping, but that kind of defeats the purpose. But I think what I do like is that you just have a very nice view of just the world as a whole. You know, you can see the lake around which I live. You can see my old house over there, just right there. You know, you can see various points throughout the world, and I like that. I like that a lot. You know, I like that you could see a long distance. And also, because this is at the build limit, there's theoretically a good chance that we'd be able to see this from far away. At least in theory, once things like trees and stuff are sort of out of the way and not blocking it. But that'll be a while yet. So, yeah, there we go. That's the observation tower done. So we're going to head back down to the bottom. Again, I will at some point put some torches in there. I'll probably end up doing that off camera, just to save time while we're here. Grab some trees, because I always need wood for all of my projects. Yeah. And my axe broke. Isn't that just lovely? Right. Okay, now, something I would like to just... So, I'm going to spend the rest of this episode just doing a quick update of things that I've changed to the base, aside from almost dying. So, one thing I've changed on the base as a whole is I've change like the edge of this sort of inset cave mining out bit. I've changed that to be wooden planks, just because it looks nicer, I feel, than stone and or cobblestone. Also as well, made the walls of this little bit here wooden planks as well as the ceiling. So, and I've added in a guard railing here. So actually, this little corner feels quite cozy, in my opinion. You know, it feels quite cozy, quite safe, actually. I quite like it, yeah. Now, obviously, I can just get up on top of the guardrail, but which does defeat the point of it being there. But like, whatever. And again, you can see more stuff there. It's a room with a view, you might say. So there you go. And as I said here, you can see I've sort of changed everything to wooden planks, which was before it was just stone or cobblestone. I think having wooden planks is better because it just, well, like I said, it's just a nicer block, and it feels a bit more homely, I think, to have. It feels more like an actual base, I think, to have wooden planks rather than just leaving it as it was, you know, with stone. Also, I've got to be honest, the cobblestone block texture is not the nicest to look at. You know, it's, you know, let's be honest here, it's got way too much contrast. It has its place here, and for now at least up there. But I imagine, like, when I start to expand the height of this area to 3 blocks properly, I'll make the roof probably match the floor, so it'll probably just be wooden planks again. That's about it. So, yeah, that concludes it. Right, now, I'm gonna go get another sword, and then I'm gonna go... Yeah, so, I'm gonna get a sword, hang on. Okay, we got a sword. Let's go hunt some mobs for the rest of this episode, since we kind of finished what we were doing reasonably early. Mobs, where are the mobs? Where are the mobs? So, I'm out here on the grass. Oh, never mind, I was about to say there are no mobs, but there's a mob. It's a skeleton. Got him. Alright, we got the skeleton. Next, let's see if there's anything else we can find. See, the only problem with doing a mob hunt now, really, is that, like, one, hostile mobs don't spawn during the day, which, in fairness, that's an intended feature. But I think more importantly, like, hardly any hostile mobs spawn now. Like, just for context, I've got it on hard difficulty. Like, before the update, I had it on normal difficulty. So that I wouldn't be completely overrun. But now, after updating the world, I've got it on hard just to get any mobs to spawn. Now, admittedly, I think part of the reason for this is simply that we're just so high up in the base and in turn the observation tower. But at the same time, I feel like now, but even then when I'm on the ground here, I'm still not finding any mobs. You know, it's the area is still empty. Mobs, where are the mobs? I mean, look at this. I've wandered all the way back to my old base. I've wandered all the way back over here, and I've yet to find a mob. No mobs. Where's all the mobs? Oh, no. Literally, did that sheep just despawn in front of my eyes? Hold on. Did it actually? Oh my god, it did. I saw a sheep. I just watched a sheep despawn in front of me. It's the only mob I've seen aside from that skeleton. Well, on this terrible lack of mobs, that's where I'm going to end this episode. So, thank you very much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. That being said, you don't have to, completely optional. And I'll just see everyone in the next episode. Bye.